What's up, guys? Welcome back to the top fives, and let's try and wrap all these up with two more today. So, without further ado, let's start this one. Top five worst films of 2015. Top five worst films of 2015, from where we left off. So, yeah, at number five, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. No! This film didn't capture me in 2015. It's an okay Star Wars film. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I prefer the prequels. Yes, I know, I prefer the prequels, okay? I'm sorry, but I know Jar Jar Binks was annoying and the kid Anakin Skywalker was annoying, but I think the actor who played Anakin Skywalker, the grown-up version of Anakin Skywalker, did pretty damn good. A lot of people hated him, but I don't see why. That was awesome. This movie was not. Everyone's like, but it's got so much cool action sequences. So basically, since the other ones didn't, and this one does, it automatically defines everything. Then, yeah, no. This movie has a lot of nitpicks. For one, his lightsaber has those two side things, which people are like, oh my god, it's so cool. No, Darth Maul's lightsaber is fucking cooler. This guy's lightsaber just looks like a fucking fork. And the stormtroopers are, are they called stormtroopers? First Order stormtroopers look nothing different. It's like they just took the model and didn't make it different. Now, in the prequel Star Wars, the stormtroopers or clone troopers looked different. Then when they became stormtroopers, their helmets became different, and so did their armor. So basically, it was different because they were changing from the good uniform to the bad uniform. This just looks like a rehash. They could have changed everything to make it look cool and different, but no. At least we've got a silver one? Must be where fucking stormtrooper go, Pokeball. It was awful. And then Commander Snook, I think his name was, he was in this film, and it's like, oh my god, is he that big? We're doing it from a hologram. Do you have to ruin everything? I thought, ooh, Han Solo's in this. Oh, he's dead. Go kill yourselves as well, guys. I didn't even like Kylo Ren, who this guy plays as. His mask wasn't even intimidating. It's like, oh, why wear a mask when you look kind of cool? So it could be intimidating. You're less intimidated with the mask, and you're less intimidated with the mask on. You're not intimidated whatsoever. Darth Vader was intimidating because when he took his mask off, he was ugly, and his voice was more intimidating than yours. You have nothing intimidating about you. It was good to see Han Solo and Chewbacca and Princess Leia, sort of. Luke Skywalker didn't get any of those lines, so kind of dull. I don't like Rey. No, I don't like maybe sexist, but I don't like Rey. She was awful. I didn't like her. Finn was alright, I guess. BB-8, annoying as fuck. Like C-3PO, oh, hate him. And also Jar Jar Binks, again, hate him. Poe Dameron was quite cool, I guess. Not really much like great characters in this movie. If you think this movie is not that great, well, you're gonna have a hard time saying Star Wars: The Last Jedi is awesome. This movie was made by J.J. Abrams, who's an okay director. Then the next film was made by a shitty director that killed the Star Wars franchise. Good job, Disney. George Lucas didn't kill it the prequels, which most people say he did, but I think he was doing good. Until Disney decided to go, give us those butcher's knives, we're gonna butcher it. Yeah, bad film, but not my worst. So yeah, at number 4, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. At number 4, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. At number 5, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. At number 5, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. At number 4, Magic Mike XXL. Yes, I know for a fact I'm bisexual, and yes, it's got male strippers, but can you answer me this question? Do we really need a movie about male strippers? Here's my answer. No, we fucking don't. We don't. Yes, I will admit there are some hot guys in here that... Nope. But it's just a story about male strippers. We don't have a story about female strippers. Why should we have a story about male strippers? Seriously. Am I the only one who's seen the logic of this? It was okay to see some hot men, but I guess that was it. But you're paying a lot of money to go see hot men when you can just pay less money to go see them in a club. In a fucking club, mind you. So, think about that. And plus you could see him up close. At least you've just got a fucking DVD fantasy. Yay! You know you can turn that fantasy into reality. There's a lot of films where you can't turn that fantasy into reality, but this is one of them. I like my fantasy to be able to stay as fantasy and not be able to come into reality. This can easily come into reality. Nothing good about this movie whatsoever. Well, except for the hot naked man. That was about it. All that other stuff, just pointless. And this is the sequel from the first Magic Mike, which that was awful as well. Again, naked man, but still awful. But still, it's a bad film, but not my worst. So yeah, at number 4, Magic Mike XXL. At number 4, Magic Mike XXL. At number 3, The Martian. Wow. Just wow. Where do I begin with this film? Basically, something happened in space. This guy got trapped on Mars and has to survive until rescue comes for him. And I thought, it's gonna be a brutal survival. Like, fuck it is. He's managed to colonize Mars. Fucking colonize Mars. All by himself. He managed to get water there, which if everyone remembers water's on Mars from Doctor Who, don't drink it. But still, he managed to get water on Mars, plants on Mars, food on Mars, mind you, and some oxygen on Mars. How the flying fuck do you do that? You might, all this stuff he's making though, he might as well just make himself a space shuttle and fly back home. Why? Because he's even outstanding than even Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking would say, dude, that's fucking impossible what you're doing. And you wanna know something? It is impossible what he's doing. What the fuck, man? This movie didn't make any sense, to say the least. Oh, but he still had to survive. He could have done it in the most epic way. Instead, this movie did it in the most lamest of way ever. And before you say, oh, but it could happen, yes, but what about all the other stuff that did it? Yeah, but Doctor Who is all futuristic stuff, and that states that was done in the future. Alien, as well, future stuff. So, well, they've also got some old stuff as well, though, because I like to keep the old stuff as well. It's kind of like a future type kind of like future past film, but you know, you've also got some future technology. But still, it makes more sense than this film just was a big fucking flop. But yeah, I need to wrap this up so I can get to the others. So yeah, at number 2, The Martian. At number 2, The Martian. At number 3, The Martian. At number 3, The Martian. At number 2. I believe it's Furious 7. Yeah, I'm glad Paul Walker died in this movie. Oh, gone away. I'm glad he's dead. People will be like, you're an evil bastard. No, I don't give a fuck. Call me that if you want. I don't care. I'm glad he's gone. This movie was terrible. Everybody was awful in this movie. It was the same fucking shit again. You know how they always say, if it's good, you know how they always say, if something's good, keep doing it. Why the fuck are you still keep doing your stuff? You haven't even done anything good. Like, seriously, there's nothing good about this movie whatsoever. Everything about this movie is just the same. I can't believe The Rock is in this movie as well, considering, well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, his full name. Considering he's a good actor and he's been in some pretty damn decent movies. This movie, not decent or good either. He should really fire his acting agent. I'm not a big fan of the other actors, especially Paul Walker. I didn't even like him at all. Glad he's dead. Kind of ironic. He drives fast cars. He dies in a car accident. That is kind of ironic. That is ironic, though, if you think about it. Though he drives fast cars, dies in a car accident. It's like someone who's in the military. It's like someone who's like a police officer thing. They're a police officer and they get shot down. Ironicness there, but yeah. Let's go to the worst ones now, okay? So, it's a bad film, but it's not worse. And now we're going to get there. So, yeah, at number 2, Furious 7. At number 2, Furious 7. Our number 1 worst film of 2015 is... 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, I thought we gave up after the Twilight series. I guess not. I guess not. After the shitty Twilight series, somebody looked at the 50 Shades of Grey book and said, movie. Let's make that into a movie. Pass me the fucking cocaine. Actually, no, I need to get extra high. Give me the heroin and the weed. I need to mix the fucking drugs up to get myself hammered and stoned a fucking eye with all this bullshit. What made you think this was a good movie? Seriously. Oh, but it's a movie about sex. You must not like sex then. I'm a man. But not all men always want sex. Funny thing is though, you know how women are always like, all men want is sex. And yet when women went to go watch this film, they found it hot and arousing. You're saying all men want is sex, but yet when you went to go watch this film, you love the sex part about it. Hypocrite! That is a fucking hypocrite move there, and a douche move at the least. Fucking douche move as well. You're saying all we want is sex, but yet you live the sex part and you want Mr. Grey, well, that guy who plays Mr. Grey, to do all those sex stuff in you, but yet... you're weird! Actually, no, that is the women encyclopedia about you. Yeah. The big book to understand women is a fucking hard one. Trust me, my ex-girlfriend was like, oh, you want to use just sex a bit? And that's how she dumped me. Seriously, that's all she thought I wanted was sex. No, I prefer to fucking play my video games and talk to you as well, because I love playing my video games. Yes, I love sex, but you know, if you don't want to have sex, that's your choice. And I'm a man. But here's the thing though, you'd love Mr. Grey to do that stuff to you, like you said, but yet you got rid of me because all I wanted was sex. You are a fucking hypocrite! How many hypocrites can you be with this fucking useless film? This movie was awful. Do you want to know it as well? If women went to go for a midnight appearance, do you want to know what they do in some cinemas? They put dildos on chairs for women to use while watching this movie. Do you want to know something? They used it because they got hot in this film. What the fuck? This movie is awful, and you found it hot? It's like, this is what I'm talking about. Men get into trouble watching porn videos by their wives, but it's okay for them to watch this. It's got a story and characters and that lot. So do porn videos. Some porn videos have some like weird ass story before I get to the sex. This has a shitty story before I get into the shit sex. See where we're going here? Yep. Women. If you're okay with this as a porn thing, you should be okay with other porn. So before you judge, remember what's come down in cinemas, and remember what you fucking agree with before you judge. Before you fucking judge, okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, it's the worst film, and that's it. So yeah, at number 1, 50 Shades of Grey. At number 1, 50 Shades of Grey. Well guys, that's it for my top 5 worst films of 2015. Join me soon when I talk about my top 5 best video games of 2016. Well guys, bye.